So it's 2024. At this time of year, it's always fun to look back at where we've been the previous year. So like we did last week, this is part 2 of our year in review. So from things breaking to exploring beautiful things in the Bahamas, we've done a lot in 2023 and we have so much fun looking back at just where we've been. Who knows what 2024 will bring. All right, so as you can see behind me, we are on the water.
We're staging now to go back to the Bahamas. We've made it down to Miami. So anyway, we're staged. Thought we were going to film leaving in the morning.
Yeah.
What's happened today, Beth?
Well, everything is everywhere. So, the house is a mess. We've had to open up behind the helm again, and this is where the autopilot controls are. The autopilot was not functioning.
So there's a controller on the box. It's the main like ECU, if you will, the brain of the autopilot.
Control unit box.
And the autopilot RAM itself, I think when I've been doing some hard overs, because I've been steering with the autopilot quite a bit, and when it's been hard over, like I try and go 10-15 degrees in one hit, like in the ICW and stuff, moving around, mucking around, the cables have been a little bit tight. So I think when the RAM's at full extension, it's been pulling on the cables on the back of the ECU, and it slowly managed to work one of those out. So we've, with the help of Paul, they've been fantastic on the Garmin site. He told us where to troubleshoot, where to find it. We found that one, reconnected it, and that's great. So I'm going to readjust all the cables down there so that that doesn't happen again. But one of the bilge pumps also has been starting to go off.
Yeah, so when we had this open and we were playing around with this, one of the bilge pumps in the port engine room kept going off. And I was like, that's weird. And I was even thinking the other day, we never really have our bilge pumps go off. And all of a sudden...
Actually, never.
Never. So Davy popped down there, and sure enough, there was some leaking coming from the raw water pump.
So we got the raw water pump off. And 100%, you can see here from the rust marks on the bottom, and I can see at the back of the engine where the water's been coming. And it's just in here. So the impeller's come out, which has actually also lost one of its fins, which is not good. I should have checked those before. And I need to change out the water seal. Luckily, I didn't think we had any. Looks like we got
a few.
2 spares.
Okay, so the spare parts that we had, the seals, this one is actually not the right one. The other one that we had, it was slightly damaged on the side.
And I've tried to push it in, and as you push it in, where's the right? As you push it in, you might be able to see. I'm not sure if the camera picks it up, because it had a slight damage on the side of it. It pushes up on the lip here, and that's exactly where the damage was. I just thought I'd try and get it in there and see if it would seal. It's not exactly the way we should be traveling out to islands where there's no parts, but fingers crossed. We've called a friend, Chris. We are praying, buddy, that you can find this part for us today so we can still leave first thing in the morning. Otherwise, we're stuck here in Miami for about another week. And it's not the worst place in the world to be stuck. I mean,
No.
Look at it, it's beautiful around here.
So after waiting a week in Miami to get our new raw water pump, we had to do a little bit of work to make it fit the old bracket that we have. All right, so we're up bright and early. Oh dear.
Good morning, everyone. Yeah, we haven't done a hair or anything. It's terrible.
No. So after a lot of hard work here on the boat in the States, we're headed back to the Bahamas.
Let's go to
Let's go to the Bahamas! What's going on?
I think we got Morri on the line. Thought it was I think we've caught him weird, so that's why he's dragging. So we haven't caught him exactly in the mouth. Right. Get chopped up by the engine.
And we lost it.
Fish off, not fish on.
So we checked in Bimini, and then we made our way to Great Harbor Key to meet up with our friend Brian. Great Harbor Key is a fantastic spot and someplace new for us to explore. We arrived just at sunset, and it was beautiful. We're just getting ready to go and explore a new to us area. We're here in the Berry Islands.
Should we go to the beach?
The beach!
Okay, we go to the beach. We can play ball.
What's this? There's a new one.
I am a barefoot man, barefoot to make my stand. I bear my
You wanna go on a scooter spot?
Scooter ride!
See,
We got everything?
I think so.
I am a barefoot man, deep planted firmly in the sand. Bare your feet, set your souls free.
So as you can see, Great Harbor Key is super protected because you have to go through this narrow cut to get into the anchorage. It is a little bit of a challenge to see when you're coming towards this area, but trust your charts, it is there, you will find it. And as you can see, it definitely is wide enough for our boat. And there is space in there for quite a few boats to anchor. There is also a marina, and from what I've heard, it makes check-in into the Bahamas super easy if this is your first port of call. Only about 2 weeks ago, Cat, they did this same route going down here. So we're following their track. We've showed them the track we're gonna use. And Lonnie said there was only one spot that he had to hold his breath. So that's why we're going on a rising tide. So it should be easy peasy.
Yeah, shouldn't say that in the first 10 minutes of a trip. Easy peasy, you can say that when we get there.
Alright, I take it back. So we made it through the super shallow spot where Lonnie had to hold his breath. It wasn't too bad, but it was definitely some of the shallowest water we've crossed while in the Bahamas. Hoffman's Blue Hole was a great spot to test out our dive blue system where we can snuba to 30 feet. Davy even brought his metal detector to try and find some lost treasures. It didn't look...
Did it jump?
Yeah.
What we got, babe?
Mahi mahi!
We got mahi mahi for dinner. Fox is not very... Fox, no.
Never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. If all the
So Brian and I hopped on our paddleboards and we went up the Mangrove Rivers, as you can see. It's absolutely beautiful, but it ended up being a longer trip than we originally thought. We went to a place called the Rapids and the Whirlpool, and the current was insane.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. If it means I gotta hide my toes from the lovely, 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 lovely sun. I am a barefoot man, barefoot to make my stand. I bare my soul for all the world to see, yeah. I am a barefoot man, deep planted firmly in the sand. Bare your feet, set your souls free.
So that brings us to our next stop in Morri Wells. Morri Wells is an all-time favorite. This time of year, there's always moorings available, but in high season, make sure you radio ahead to check the availability. It is a bit of a narrow channel, as you can see. It gets really shallow in the middle, and the current can be quite strong. We decided to take the high fields out for a circumnavigation of the key. We kept cool by all the splashing water. It got a little bit rough, but it was definitely a cool experience to circumnavigate around Morri Wells.
Can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind. Get on board. We're sailing on top of
Farmer's Key is another must stop. The camera just doesn't do it justice, but this cave is crazy cool. There's a cool water pool in it, so make sure you bring a dive light so you can explore deeper.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous.
And it's also so hot today, as you can see. There is no air, the water is flat.
It's so clear.
to get the air conditioning to work because it's too damn hot. We've got enough electric power now to actually run the air conditioning, and there's air conditioning on this vessel, but we've never ever fired it up. And we've got the parts to make it work, we've got the power to make it work, and since I'm sweating this much and getting this miserable because it's so hot when there's no wind, I think maybe it's time to fire up the AC. But that involves some plumbing, and everything else we've done to this point, we've just ignored the AC, so we haven't actually put the pipe in the right places. A lot of it's there already, but it's just not quite. The problem is, it would be nicer to work when it wasn't so hot, so it would be nice to work with a bit of AC on. But to get the AC on, we need to sweat a little bit.
On the boat, we've always kind of been good at dealing with the heat. This season in the Bahamas, I would say that the boat is slightly warmer. Anyone have any ideas why the boat might be slightly warmer? Leave that in the comments below if you have an idea. Davy doesn't agree with me, but I think it definitely has an effect that we painted the sides of the boat grey. Like many people say, the darker the hull, the hotter the boat will be. I believe that fact. Yes, the grey does make it warmer.
So tried those, they don't work. So we don't have a water pump. So basically we're shelving that idea. And
we're just gonna melt.
We're just gonna melt instead.
How we stay cool in the Bahamas.
That was a complete belly flop. Babe, one for the blooper roll here. What the hell was that? You anything to say to your followers out there?
No, that was terrible.
Right, so a little side project while we're sitting here in the water. We've still got plenty of stuff to do, so there's still plenty of boat maintenance and finishing up jobs. So one of the things we wanted to do on this hardtop was actually turn it into a water catchment system. This is the catchment system with a little hosey part there as well. Comes off the bottom. It needs to be sealed along and put on, but that's the general idea.
And it's actually finally rained, so we finally got to test it out. How much water did we get? It didn't even rain for that long.
No, we ended up with 20 gallons in this one, 5 gallons in that one. That was just because we went to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. So the time has come where we're going to redevelop or rebuild the helm seat area.
Looks so much better, and look at that. So hypothetically, I'll be able to.
It does just reach.
It just reaches, and I'll be able to fill up the washing machine just like that.
Success.
Another project ticked off.
You're gonna wash some more of my underwear.
Not today. It's gonna rain in a minute.
It's actually just about to pee down, so might as well close this back up.
Yep. They're coming out! Look at them! They come out of the mold super, super easy. They just come right out. If I look this way, can I see what Davy's numbers are?
No, cheating. Get over there, sort yourself out, come on.
So among all the other things we've accomplished this year, boat jobs and fixing things and exploring, we've made some incredible friends here in the Bahamas. So we're looking forward to what 2024 will bring.